Hello everyone, welcome back to the second episode of our Motorsport Managers Underdog Challenge. In the first episode, we had a pretty bad time with the race where we messed up the strategy for Anna, and Williams unfortunately had a crash. So we ended up finishing 17th and 20th, coming out with just 5 points for the team. And hopefully we can turn things around here in Munich, which is in progress at the moment. And before we dive into the race, I wanted to make a quick change in my approach for this save. Initially, I was planning not to design any parts, but I figured I could do something, and then I wanted to work on the brakes because it's pretty cheap compared to the engine. But then there's nothing really viable. Like improving tire wear efficiency is not going to help us in any way when our car is not performing as good as it has to. Actually, it's not even as good as it has to. It's like a car is not anywhere good enough to stick to others. So there's no point in getting these upgrades at the moment. And even the next few upgrades seems good. I could stack one of these and then use them for the next year. But I figured I might as well go with the engine at this point. It gives me plus 25 max over here, and then later on I can pick up another 30, and towards the end of the season I can take this and just finish the performance so that the next year's car is a little viable. So that is what we are gonna go with. But since I'm gonna build another engine and put this up right now, and then I'll sim forward towards the race. I'll finish the practice, set up the car, and then I'll see you guys during the race. Okay, we are back for the race. The practice went pretty okay. We might need to do some tweaks with the car setup for both of them. It's alright. I'm actually gonna leave it as it is. I don't wanna mess up a lot of stuff. But I am gonna look into the tire choices. We get 19 to, so let's say around 16 laps for this. 32, so this can give about 25. Okay, let me take a look at the grid. So Williams is starting first. Both of them are out front, so I might actually just start them both on softs and see how it goes. But the driver strategy, attack for both of them. And I chose the same sponsor objective, so 16th or better, and we get another 200k. It would be nice to get that, but let's see how this race goes. A good start from Santa, and she messed it up. We're gonna try to push our tires for one lap and then go back to normal tire wear. Everyone else is pushing though. Okay, our priority is gonna try to keep Valdez and Dembele behind us, because I honestly think we might have a chance against ZRT. If we hold them back with Santa, we could maybe sneak in a pit stop with Evans and see where we go from that. I want them to overheat their tires, so I'm gonna put them on conserve for a little bit. Both Valdez and Dembele are way behind, so even if we lose few spots, I'm okay with it. Okay, Evans is doing okay on his tire attempts. We'll do another half a lap. And I think she should be fine. Our lap times are not that great, but we are holding them back. So if I can, I'm gonna let them race. Actually, the fuel levels are not that great, so I'm gonna push my tires, use them up with Santa, and then pit. While Williams try to defend them for a little bit. Okay, we got 2 laps of fuel. I'm gonna pit Anna in lap 13. We're gonna go long and then maybe swap to softs towards the end. We're gonna fill her up. Parts wise, we're fine. Pit strategy is going to be fast. And pit. So she's gonna go in 13. I just want her to be ahead of Williams when Williams comes out of the pit. Okay, Valdez is right behind us. He is pushing a little, so I'm gonna try to keep him behind us by countering what he's doing. Okay, they both are fighting it out a little bit, so I'm gonna go back to normal. Actually, I am going to push completely. Pit Williams, put him on softs, so that there's a change in strategy between both our drivers. We don't need to change any parts. Fast pit stop, go in. Okay. Santa is gonna go ahead of Williams, but by how far? Pretty good. So we can throw her onto a regular strategy, conserve your fuel and your tires. Now the thing is, we want to make sure we're ahead of Dembele and Valdez. Dembele is in the pits. I want both our drivers to be ahead of him. Santa's ahead, and Williams got stuck behind. So we're gonna try to push and see if he can take the lead while his tires are cold. Yes, go for it. Dembele is pushing as well, so I'm gonna sit back. Wait, did Valdez pit? Oh no. They both jumped events, which is kinda bad. We wanted to stay ahead of them. The ZRTs are still pushing their tires, so maybe they might screw up. I think they might be pushing the second stint and then they want to conserve the last one. So if we can stay out for a little longer than them, it could benefit us. Okay, they're starting to conserve now, so should use this to catch up to him and hopefully get ahead of at least one of them. Push, William. Okay, we have reduced the gap to under 2 seconds right now. There's only 40% left on his tires, so I'm gonna ask him to keep pushing on his engine. I don't think we can realistically stay out for long with Evans. Okay, they've started to push again. Yeah, the brakes are pretty bad. Oh, his pace is dropping pretty bad. We might have to bring him in soon, so I'm gonna ask him to push completely. His tire wear is falling hard. We're gonna pit with Evans. We have 13 laps remaining. We did last the first 13 laps on softs, so we could go softs again, but looks like Santa's performing better on the hards. She's able to keep them behind her, so we're gonna swap to hards. Fuel, we're good on fuel. Part conditions are good so far, so I'm gonna trust he's gonna be able to hold it till the end. She's gonna have to come in for fuel again, but her tires are not that worn out, so I'm gonna push her completely on her tires. Okay. We came out behind. The leader, so we shouldn't have a blue flag for a while. I'm gonna put this on high until we are even on fuel. She's going to have to pit this lap because she's running out of fuel and her conditions are pretty bad. So it's gonna be 12 laps for her. So we are gonna go back on softs. Fix this. Gonna go back on softs. We should be fine with the gearbox and everything else. The 13-second pit stop, I'll take that. Okay, that's all our pit stops done for the race. I'm gonna keep her on push for one lap. Would be nice if she pits so that we don't get the blue flag and we don't slow down. But I doubt that would be the case. Yeah, she's not pitting. Okay, we're ahead of Dembele. Dembele is fixing his spot, so Ivan should jump him as well. That's good. And how is your condition? Yeah, I think he can last for another 10 laps. So we might have done good with the strategy over here. Okay, I'm gonna bring her back to neutral so that we don't churn through the tires. Gonna keep her, ask her to push the engines though. You can push your tires a little bit. Okay, Valdez is in pits. Anna jumped her, but Evans couldn't. So this is gonna be rough because their car is better and he's on fresher tires than Anna, so he's probably gonna catch up to us. His brakes are not doing great. Yeah, you can go back to neutral. Ooh. Looks like we might have a chance with Dreyfus having problems with her car. We might be able to catch up. But defending him is going to be the problem right now. Okay, go back onto neutral. Push your engines. And see if we can hold him back. It's just going to be hard though. Okay, he's conserving, so we can defend this. Okay, 5 laps left. Evans has a lot of grip on his hards, so I'm gonna ask him to push, see if he can catch Valdez and pressure him. Fuel wise, he's not doing great, so I'm gonna ask him to slow down a little. But he is 9 seconds behind though, and he's losing time, so I don't know if he'll be able to do that. Okay, Valdez is pushing, so I'm gonna ask her to push. He's conserving, so we go on to normal. You're gonna have to hold on for 3 laps. You can't pit now. Okay, push a little bit more. Yep, nice. You're up a position, and he's pitting, so Evans will jump up a little as well. Valdez has gone full on conserve, so we can slow down a little with our gearbox having trouble. And then he starts pushing. We do have a 2-second gap. We can conserve our tires until it's down to 1 second. We're not doing great on fuel, so I'm gonna slow down, go easy on the engines. We're not doing great on the fuel, but we're good on the tires, so I'm gonna attack for the last lap. Same with him. Conserve fuel and attack. Just make it till the end. Okay, Dembele is finished, so Evans has secured his 17th position. And that was a good race for us. We achieved a sponsor objective and we were ahead of ZRT. So it should help us on the team standings and push us towards the 9th spot. At the end of the race, Inez comes out with 6 points and Williams comes out with 4 points. 10 points in total, whereas ZRT Motorsports Autosport comes out with 8. So that's a good race for us. Let's see, team standings wise, we are 7 points behind them. Okay, when it comes to pit crew, we're going to be hiring Colbertaldo, who's good with tires and fixing, and we can use him in rear jacks. He's better than most of us, and his stamina is excellent. So we will be able to use him for a longer duration. So welcome to the team. And let's see where we need adjustments so that we can keep the pit stops rolling. So I'm gonna use you for the front jack. Mistake percentage, he's at 0.6. Oh no, I don't like that. We'll swap you in immediately. Other than that, we're gonna have to live with everyone else. I don't like these this point, might as well fire you. And 0.6, fire, and another 0.6, fire. Okay. Okay, after some minor changes with the pit crew, trying to improve it a little, we now have to choose another sponsor for a car, but I'm gonna wait until I get the third offer. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go with Rustjet because it gives us an upfront payment of $1 million. So that would be my option unless I get another better offer for that. Same goes on the second slot. If we don't get anything good on the other two sponsor offers, we might go with this and just get the 100K up front. Let's see how it goes. Okay, we are here on the 28th of April, 14 days before the Italian GP, and our engine is completed. Before we do anything, I am gonna try to improve it a little and move all my resources into the completed engine. We might immediately build another engine, so 25 max and top speed 30 plus 63. This one gives up to 73. Yeah. So we're gonna finish this and use this until the end of the season. And towards the end of the season, we might design a new part, which gives us plus 35 top speed, and it does increase the risk level by 1, but we're not going to be using that part. We're just going to improve the performance so that we can use it for the next season. So for now, we will build this, and this is probably going to be the last part we develop for this season. We might improve either the brakes or suspension, but when it goes to expensive parts, this is it for us. Okay, 8 days before the race, we have received a mail regarding a vote that has to be passed, and the objective for this meeting is addition of Phoenix GP. We seem to benefit from it, but I'm gonna abstain and increase my voting power, and hopefully after accumulating few voting powers, I might pay to make a stock gearbox or something. So for now, I'm gonna abstain my vote. And it was approved anyway. So we gained a vote for the next meeting, and we still got something which was going to benefit our team. So it works out for us. Okay, it is the 12th of May, the Milan GPs today. We have received another offer when it comes to the second sponsorship slot, when it comes to race bonuses. And it seems we are not going to get any upfront payment when it comes to the slot. This is the only option we have. So even though it's just 100K, I'm going to go with it. And we didn't receive any offer for the first slot, but I'm happy with the 1 million upfront payment. So we will choose Rustjet Airways. Thank you for the million. With that, let's go to the Milan GP, and we're going to choose the sponsor that we just got. So we get a 75,000 bonus if we are placed 16th or above, which we're going to try. So even before bonuses, we get 1.2 million. So it's not too bad. But I'm not expecting us to perform really good over here because top speed is crucial and our engines are nowhere good. The practice is going to have heavy rain and the race is going to be clear. So I'm going to set up the car and I'll see you guys during the race. Okay, it's the race day, and even though the forecast said it's going to be a dry track for the race, we are starting off with it being damp. When it comes to the race bonuses, since we didn't think it would be a wet race, I didn't go for any bonuses with the intermediates or the wet tires, so we're gonna have to go with softs and pray that we get a dry track towards the end. And when it comes to car setup, we were able to get it with Santa, but when it comes to Williams, both are 87%, but he's more satisfied with the first setup. And if we can bring this down a little bit, let's say over there, I think that should be all right. And if we can see if we can, there we go. But then that is too much. Okay, we'll leave it at that. And when it comes to tire choice, for 2 or 3 laps, it is going to be intermediates. And on the grid position, we are 1 and 3, and everyone seems to be on wet except few people. So since we're starting up front, I think it would benefit us if we can start with intermediates. So I am going to go with intermediates and make a quick stop without changing fuel when we need to swap to wets. Maybe that will help us a little bit, and see if we are back on with the strategy. Okay, let's go. The driver aggression when we start, I would need it to be full. The Billy had a better start. Let me bring down the fuel mode, but we're gonna push the tires because we're gonna swap to wets pretty soon. Okay, this is what I was expecting for. At least 20 or 30-second gap would be good for us. We're gonna try. It is soaked. So right now would be the chance to bring them in and swap for wets. We're not gonna do anything else. We're gonna do a fast and balanced. Both are 3 seconds. So I'm not gonna take the risk over there. I'm actually gonna double stack. Swap for wets. Nothing doing. Balance stop. Maybe it didn't benefit us a lot. What is going on with these guys? What? Okay. We have not one, but 5 Ferraris on our grid, so I'm not gonna complain. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to swap to Inters back soon, so I'm gonna push the tire and use it up as much as I can. Okay, the track condition is dropping. It's gonna hit damp pretty soon, so we're gonna service Williams first. We're gonna bring him in for a set of inters, fill up the gas, and when we swap to softs, we can see if we need to fill the gas or just the tires, and then do another pit stop for later down the race. We're gonna make this a fast pit stop. We're gonna bring her in next lap so she can use her fuel as well. There's a mistake with our refueling, but we still managed to get out at 11th, and we are still on inters, so we should be performing better than these guys. Oh, I forgot to pit her, so we're gonna have to go in for the next lap, fill this up. Continue. Yes. So we're gonna bring Evans in. Looks like it's gonna rapidly drop off. We're gonna have to swap tires, and there's gonna be fuel options. 17 laps remaining. So there's no point in filling the fuel up right now. Should we cancel? Pit him. Just do that. We're gonna run another 8 laps, make a fast pit stop just for the tires, and you keep going. That's it. So we are gonna have fresher tires, so we'll push with that and bring her in, swap for softs. Same with her, we're not gonna refuel, just change the tires. We will push and bring it down over here. We don't want these tires to overheat. We want to use the tire offset that we have and see if we can catch up to some of these guys. Okay, we're gonna be low on fuel after this, and our tire wear is pretty low. So we're gonna swap for another set of softs. Gonna fill exactly how many laps we need. And the brakes seem a little bad, but I think we can finish the race with this. We're gonna go with a fast pit stop. And we're gonna bring Santa in after this. Change the tires. Fill 8 laps of fuel. Don't worry about the brakes. A fast pit stop. Okay, Evans comes out in 16, which is good for us. We are above our sponsor target, and the question is, can we hold it? We have better tire wear compared to the people behind, but our car is not anywhere close to theirs in performance. So yeah, they are catching up to us. So I'm gonna push this a little bit and see if we can hold out, which I doubt we will. Yeah, they're just flying past us. We can't do much. Okay, we're in the final lap. We were expecting more out of Santa, but with the race day performance of 3.5, she is in the last position. But with few people in front of us pitting in the last two laps, Williams did get into the top 16. Thus, we reach our sponsorship goal and get the 75,000 that we need. And we actually make it to 15th. That was nice. But unfortunately for us, Dembele and Valdez finished 10th and 12th. So the team standings where we were expecting or hoping that we could take the ninth spot is kind of hard now, with them finishing higher than us, and they'd probably be developing better parts down the line. So our initial prediction of us finishing last is going to be true, if I'm right. Yeah, when it comes to team standings, yeah, they jump up by 20 points. So with that, I'm going to end this episode and catch you guys in the next episode. Thank you for stopping by.